Welcome back to another Sunday prep day. I was going to do a live this week, but I was having some issues with OBS and YouTube not connecting. So either in OBS, streaming from there, it would not connect to YouTube, or when I was on YouTube, it would not show my camera. So I'm going to reschedule that live stream, and instead I'll just do a video, which is unfortunate because it's already quite late in the day, so I don't have that much time to edit, but we'll make it work. But yeah, the whole reason I was going to do a live stream is because I've reached 100 subscribers. Thank you for that. I did not actually think I would get that many subscribers. So I'm just going to prep my veg. I don't have that much to prep this week because I was planning on doing a live stream, so I planned my meals around that. So, but yeah, you get to prep with me, and I'll probably still answer a couple of questions that you guys had. So, but as always, I'll start by going over my menu. So, it's already after lunch because I was waiting for a good time to start the live stream. Normally, I start in the morning with my prep, so I have a lot of time in the day to edit. But it's already after 3 p.m. now, so I already had my lunch. That was sandwiches, and then for dinner I'm just going to do some chicken burgers. And also I'm shooting what I eat in a day video this whole week, so that should also come out on Friday. So yeah, burgers tonight, just chicken burgers. Then tomorrow for Meatless Monday, I'm just going to do a salad for lunch because, as you should know by now, I'm diabetic, so all my lunches are low-carb, keto-friendly, except on the weekend when I have my cheat days. And I might talk about my diabetes a little bit in the video, or I'll save that for the live stream, or maybe I'll just do both. And also, normally, I peel all my onions before I start recording, but because I was stressed out about getting the live stream started, I didn't. So you get to struggle. You get to watch me struggle peeling some onions. But yeah, so salad for lunch, and then for dinner I'm gonna try some vegan tacos with carrots and lentils. I've not tried those before, but they sounded pretty good. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to make some coleslaw. I'll have that for several meals this week. And with it, I'm going to do either some chicken nuggets, like keto chicken nuggets, so with almond meal, or just some chicken skewers, or something like that. I haven't figured that part out completely yet. And then for dinner, Taco Tuesday, I'm going to do some quesadillas with some, not Italian, I think yesterday in my grocery haul I called them Italian sausages too. They're not, they're Catalan, so Spanish. I don't know why I said Italian. But I'll just take those out of the casing and fry them up with some veggies, and then make some quesadillas out of them. And then on Wednesday, I will do some broccoli with some chicken skewers. And then for lunch on Tuesday, again, some coleslaw with some chicken, or I will have some of those sausages left over, so I might use some of those. And then for dinner, I'm going to do some bibimbap, so a Korean rice bowl with some green beans. That should be quite nice. And then on Friday for lunch, as always, I don't know yet because that is dependent on leftovers. And for dinner, I'm going to do, well, I'm planning on doing some fried rice with some fish, like some salmon on top. But I might just change that to noodles, because I do like noodles. And that's also a good reason of why I don't prepare whole meals, just the ingredients. because sometimes I like to change it up a bit. So the leeks you saw me cut earlier are for the fried rice or noodles. And then the onion, I'm going to dice 2 very fine for the coleslaw and for the vegan tacos. And then the other one I'm just going to cut a little bit coarser. Oh, I didn't tell you about Wednesday for dinner, did I? I skipped over that. I have some quinoa, so I'm going to do a quinoa bowl with the chicken fajita. Or, instead of quinoa, I can also do some amaranth. I have both in the pantry, and I need to use those up. So, yeah, I completely skipped over that. So, just quickly working through these onions. So yeah, I think for this video, I'll just talk about some of the things that you asked me. So one of you, well actually several of you asked about diabetes and if I could talk a bit about that, because I do mention my diabetes all the time. Yeah, I can. Is it under control? Yes, it is, very much so. I'm not on insulin. I only take tablets, 2 different kinds. One is metformin and the other is glucoside, but I don't think they use that in the States. I've actually been thinking about doing more updates about my diabetes in videos every time I see my nurse practitioner. But the problem is Americans finally chose metric with their diabetes stats, but they still chose a different measurement than the rest of the world. So I would have to convert everything, like in the video I have to tell everything twice, once in the measurements that we use in most of the world, and then convert that for the Americans. So that's what's holding me back so far. But yeah, no, I'm not on insulin, just on the tablets, and it's doing pretty well. It's been slowly going down. That's what I've been working on. So that's good. I didn't want to go on insulin. That's also why I chose to do my low-carb, keto-friendly meals, because it was slowly going up, and I had the option of starting to take insulin or cut down my carbs. And I tried cutting down my carbs from each meal, but that was just, then you can't really do pasta anymore or anything like that. So what I found easiest was to just cut them completely from one meal and just have a regular meal in the evening. So that's why my lunches are low carb or keto friendly. Just because that's what worked easiest for me. I don't have to, take little bits of carbs out of every meal. I just cut them completely from one. But yeah, no, it's been slowly going down, and hopefully I can reduce my meds a little bit in the future. And if not, that's also okay, as long as I just don't have to take insulin, because once you start on insulin, it's very hard to get off of it. Because essentially, when you're type 2 diabetic like me, your cells just they get desensitized to the glucose that you're. So they get. Let me just start over again. So what happens is insulin makes your body absorb the glucose, sugars, and if you're type 2 diabetic, then your body is not as sensitive anymore as it used to be. So you need more insulin in your body to get your cells to kick into gear and take up the insulin and use it up, store it, whatever. So you need more insulin. You can take more insulin, but that just makes your body even more resistant to insulin. So you'll need more insulin yet again, and it's just a never-ending cycle. So if you can decrease the glucose in your body, that is always a better option. And insulin just comes with a lot of side effects, like it can really impact your blood sugar a lot, so you have to watch not only what you eat, but when you eat, how you eat. And I just did not want to do all that, because my dad was a diabetic, my maternal grandmother was a diabetic, it runs in the family, so I already knew kind of what to expect. So when I got the diagnosis, I was already at risk and pre-diabetic for several years, so it was not a big shock. But I've also seen just what insulin can do. My dad had several hypoglycemia, and frankly, they scare the crap out of me. So I really did not want to go on insulin, so I was able to fix that with diet. So that does mean that I can't eat sugary things all the time. I do have my cheat days and everything, but I just try to limit that, because I'd much rather take care of it with nutrition than with insulin. So, but yeah, no, I've got the diagnosis for diabetes, it must be close to like 10 years ago now. So, and I was at risk for several years, so I got checked regularly. So, like I said, it was not really a shock when I got the diagnosis, because it does run in the family, and I have my weight and everything, so I was definitely at risk. But yeah, it's manageable, and I can always go full keto if I need to, and maybe quit the medication altogether, but I'm not quite ready to take that step yet, because I do miss carbs and the convenience of carbs also. Nothing is as quick and easy as just making some rice or having a sandwich. Like, a sandwich is like the easiest thing in the world. So, let's see. So the garlic was also for the stir fry, for the fajitas, for the tacos, quesadillas, all of that. Let's do some peppers. Just clean these out. I just have a red pepper, a yellow pepper, and a green pepper. I'm going to treat them exactly the same. They're going to go in the fajita bowl. They're going to go in the fried rice. I might cut out some bigger pieces to go on the chicken skewers. I like peppers a lot. If you've watched any of my videos, I know I use them almost every week. So, yeah, and I'm thinking, is there anything else I can really talk to you about my diabetes? No, I do my regular exercise. If you've seen my What I Eat in a Day videos before, I do my 10,000 steps every day, over 1,400 days now already. I cycle, I walk, I don't have a car, I haven't had a car in years. I used to have a car a long time ago, like 15 to 20 years ago, something like that. But when it got a flat tire, it was more effort to get the flat tire fixed than it was to just take my bike everywhere. And even then, I was just not really not driving my car that much. But, when you're in your 20s, you're like, oh, everyone has a car, I should get a car. And then when I've actually had one, I just didn't really use it. It also didn't help that it's a lot quicker, because I was working in Amsterdam at the time. It's a lot quicker to take the bike to the train station and the train to Amsterdam than it is to drive there, because traffic is brutal. So I'm just cutting these into different pieces. Some strips for the fajita bowl, some smaller pieces for the quesadillas and for the fried rice, and these larger pieces for some skewers. So, yeah, unlike my weight suggests, I do exercise quite a bit. Like I said, I walk, I cycle. I just like to stay busy. I'm actually, one of the things I'm thinking about getting very soon is one of those walking pads that you can put under your desk. Because that would be awesome. Not just for when I edit videos and stuff, but also when I edit these videos, watch TV, all that stuff. Imagine how many steps I can do while I'm watching TV instead of sitting on the couch. So that's one of the things I'm thinking of. I do have a desk job. I'm actually starting a new job next week. So, my background is in financial and IT audit and accounting. And I'll be starting, actually, in tax audit with the Dutch tax office. So, and that would also be why I don't think I'll ever do like spend the day with me kind of videos, because I just sit behind a computer all day, and what I'm doing on that computer I can't really show you because it's all confidential. So don't expect that kind of content anytime soon. But yeah, that is definitely on my wish list. And yeah, I'm kind of jumping from subject to subject here, but another thing on my wish list, because someone asked about gear. You know how much I love my Ninja Foodi. I'm not using it this time, but I use that in almost every video. But I'm thinking about getting a Ninja Creami and trying out some ice cream recipes and maybe do some different like keto ice creams and that kind of stuff. Would you be interested in that? And if so, let me know, because I'm thinking about getting one of those things and making some videos around that. There we go. And then I have some chilies, which are also going to go in the fajitas and the fried rice and such. And as always, you'll probably get bored of me saying it, but I don't bother de-seeding them because they're pretty mild and I like spicy. And then I should look at my laptop because I do have a few more questions that you asked. Where are they? Oh yeah, why did I start YouTube? Well, I should first go back to why I started Instagram, because that's how it got started. I'm fat. I don't need to sugarcoat it. I'm fat. But I do stay active. I do try and eat healthy. I just have some broccoli here for Wednesday. And yeah, every time people saw me, they just assumed that I sit on my butt all day and eat junk food, which is not the case, as you've seen from all my videos. So I got bored of kind of explaining it to people, and also at the same time, like, I can say I eat healthy or I try to stay active, but that doesn't mean that I actually do. So starting Instagram is also a way to keep myself accountable. So part accountability, part to just show people that just because I'm fat doesn't have to mean that I'm unhealthy. Excuse me. And yeah, that's why I started doing that. And I started doing some longer form content like grocery shopping and stuff and my Sunday prep days. And that just didn't really fit on Instagram. This was when they still had the IGTV, so that was completely separate from your regular posts and was not doing much. So that's why I went to YouTube. Yeah, I've been doing that for a little over a year now. And that led to 100 subscribers. I never thought I would get that many, but I'm very proud of that. Will I keep doing YouTube? Probably for a bit. I have no plans on stopping. It kind of depends on how my videos keep doing. But I've been doing them for over a year for less than 100 people, so yeah, you can pretty much count on me doing them on a regular basis for quite some time. My most popular videos are still my grocery shopping by bicycle videos. And I tried to shoot one yesterday, but I was having more camera issues, this time with my camera that I'm shooting on, which is a DJI Action 2. So that video didn't work out, so I'll try another one next week. And I'm just cutting up some carrot for coleslaw and for those tacos. Let's see, what other questions? So I already answered to do I have a car? No, I just never needed one. And on your bike, what do you do on a Saturday? That's when I do my grocery shopping. If it's raining, I just go. It's not a big deal. You put on a raincoat or whatever, and you just do your thing. In Dutch, we have a saying, you're not made of sugar. So, you know, a little bit of rain is not going to stop anyone. And if it gets really bad, you know, instead of riding my bike and getting soaked, I'll just walk and use my umbrella or something. It's not that far. It's quicker to ride my bike, but by no means do I have to. So, let's do some cabbage for the coleslaw. I'm not using the complete thing, so I'm just taking some of these leaves off, so the rest will keep a little bit longer. And I'm also gonna do some red cabbage, and I'll slice some of that for the vegan tacos as well. So, yeah. What else is there to say about riding my bike? I don't know, it's just, you know, it's the quickest way to get around here. If I need to go to the supermarket, if you're wondering what I was doing, because you can see, I was just cutting out this the stem part, because that's always a little bit hard. And I'm just gonna very finely slice it. If I need to go to the supermarket or something, I can get there by bike much faster than I could if I had a car. I could walk there quicker than I could drive there by car. Because I do intend to do a video about that sometime. But, yeah, the urban planning here, like how in America, for instance, that's where most of my audience is coming from. If you have a cul-de-sac, that means all traffic has to go to the main road. But here, the cul-de-sacs connect to a bike path, so bikes can just quickly go from cul-de-sac to cul-de-sac. They don't have to go all the way around. So, and that's just a lot quicker. Yeah. I've been watching a lot of urban planning videos, like Not Just Bikes, for example, which is a great channel. And I want to do more of that, but as I said, I'm a pencil pusher. That's really not my forte. And I don't know the right angle yet, how I want to film it and frame it and that kind of stuff. But that is stuff I'm definitely interested in. But yeah, if you like my grocery shopping by bicycle videos and you haven't checked out Not Just Bikes yet, you definitely should. He is really funny. Okay, almost done with this cabbage, and then I'll just do the red cabbage as well. Let me quickly check if there are any more questions. Do you only shop one day of the week? Because I do my shopping on Saturday. Mostly, yes. Sometimes if I'm out for my walk or something, and I walk past a store where I just need one thing, I'll just pick it up instead of doing that on a Saturday. Or if I want to get like a drink or something, I'm not going to wait till Saturday, obviously. But pretty much all my shopping, yes, just one day every week, because the sales here are always week to week. So every week there are new sales, and I just go through all the little folders, see what's on sale, and just go from there. Because everything is really close by, it just makes sense to go to different stores to get whatever's on sale. Especially because I'm riding a bike. Like, it's not going to cost me any gas or anything to go to another supermarket. And as I've shown in at least one video before, I think more than one video actually, things are so close by. There's actually one area, because every neighborhood basically has their own little supermarket area and shopping area. There's one of those areas that has 3 supermarkets next to each other. So if I need anything, I can just, go there real quick. It's not a big deal. But yeah, here we have a lot more supermarkets that are smaller, but very much spread out, to the point where I think there's probably like 18 or 16 to 18, I don't know from the top of my head, supermarkets in town. And this is a town of about 80,000 people. So you're never far from a supermarket, but that's in the Netherlands in general. They just make it so that it's easy to get everywhere. And on top of that, if I don't want to go to the supermarket, I can go to the street market, which you see me do all the time. We have 2 in town on Saturdays and 1 on Tuesdays. We have butchers, we have bakeries, any kind of food. There's at least 24 stores that I can choose from at any moment. That's also why I don't have like a massive pantry or anything like that. Well, I do have a large pantry, but that's just because I like buying things when they're on sale, not when I need them. So anything that's shelf stable, I just buy on sale, keep in the pantry, and use when I need them. But yeah, when I was saying about supermarkets being more but closer together, the market leader, I think we have 5 of those in town. So 5 Albertines, which is by far the biggest grocery store here. It's not the one I usually go to, they're very expensive. But yeah, I think there's 5, I don't even know. And then the Jumbo, there's 3 of those in town. We have 2 Lidls, 2 Aldis, a Plus, a Boni, Dekamarkt, so like so many other supermarkets. Let's see, I'll keep some apart for my tacos. And the rest will go in the coleslaw. I'm doing a white cabbage and red cabbage just because I can. It looks nice. No other reason really. And then I just have some green beans. So again, those are for the bibimbap and for the fried rice. I'll just quickly work through those. I'm trying to think if there are any other questions that you guys had. I think most of you asked about the diabetes, which I think I've covered. But if you have more questions, by all means ask them. It just gives me something to talk about in the videos. Or I don't know when I'm gonna do the live stream now, because I kind of answered all the questions already in this video. So I might just treat this as the live stream and just not edit it and just run it just like it is. But if I do a live stream still, yeah, just what would you like to know? What would you like me to talk about? Because, you know, when I get things like what do you do when it's raining and stuff, like those questions I would never think of, because I grew up here. I've lived in the Netherlands all my life. So, you know, I'm used to just going out in the rain if I need to. Like, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it sucks, but it's like, is it going to stop me? No. But I imagine if you grow up in a place that's very car-centric and you always get in the car and you're not used to going out in the rain, I guess that's a valid question. But because I've never experienced it, I never thought about answering it. So you can ask any question, even if you think it's kind of silly. Just ask away. So I have my cabbage here. I'm gonna add carrot. And dig out my diced onions. There we go. Some salt. Oh, I spilled some onion. So yeah, pinch of salt. Here. Some pepper. I'm just using pre-ground just because I don't want the chunky bits in there. Then some mustard. And some mayo. I do need a little bit more. But like I said in a video before, don't add too much mayo because it will the veggies will wilt down. So use a little less mayo than you think you need. And we'll just give that a stir. I do need a little bit more mayo just to bind everything together. And let's see if I can get a little more mustard out. Yeah, that's a lot better. Now, just a little taste. Yeah, I like that. So, yeah, that was it. I'm gonna put everything away now and start editing or uploading. If you like this, I do this every single Sunday, and sometime soon I might do a live because I was supposed to do a live today. And actually this upcoming week, so from today until Friday, I'm recording what I eat in a day, where I will also show you how to make most things. Obviously, I'm not going to show you how to make a sandwich, but the other things, I will actually show you how to make them. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.